What is up, YouTube? Welcome to the Legion of Comics. I'm Mark, and we're back with another new Comic Book Day video. So before we get started, check this out. There's a lot of good stuff coming out this coming week, but before we dive into that, be sure to go ahead and like, share, subscribe to the channel. Let all your friends know to come over and check it out. Let them know that fandom happens here every Sunday night at 9 p.m. We've got the spoiler-filled look back at This Week in Comics called At Week's End. Hope you can make it. We enjoy discussing and talking and breaking out all these comics with as many people as possible, so don't miss out. So let's get right into it. This is a great week for comics. It's not nearly as big as the past few have been. It seems like they're kind of tapering off. It's starting to look like there's about to be 2 huge weeks each month in comics and kind of 2 slower weeks, and we're in one of the slower weeks this week. So let's go ahead and look at what's going to be in my pool box for this week and what I'm excited about. First off, we have Flash issue 771. So we've been having Wally bouncing around through different speedsters' bodies all throughout time because the Speed Force is broken and needs his help. He doesn't yet know what he needs to fix, but this issue, man, I'm excited for that. Last issue ended with a huge cliffhanger where he went back to like the Super Friends era, and he's inside Reverse Flash's body. So I'm excited to see where this is going to go. That cover is amazing. It's been such a really fun series. Jeremy Adams is doing a fantastic job writing it. It's not really hardlining with the continuity right now. It seems to be its own little self-contained story. So I'm hopefully looking forward to getting to the end of this and kind of into big continuity stuff that really ties in to the current DC universe. So looking forward to getting there. Next up, we have Nightwing issue number 81. And this one's the spec book right here. We got first appearance of a certain character. I'm not going to ruin it. It's also the first full appearance of Heartless, who's there on the cover, even though Heartless has been shown twice already. This is going to be considered the first full appearance as well as the first cover appearance, so you might want to check that out. Me personally, I'm not picking a hard copy of this up. Don't care about any of that. I will be reading it digitally. It has been a fantastic story by Tom Taylor. We've got this character Heartless going around killing people in Bloodhaven, and Nightwing and Tim Drake as well as Barbara have been kind of on the case for it. And there's been some really amazing family dynamic between these characters, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of that. Tom Taylor is crushing the series. Next up, we have Justice League number 63 by Brian Michael Bendis. So this is supposed to be kind of, I guess, wrapping up the going to Naomi's homeworld stuff as well as kind of settling into the new dynamic of this new team. So you can see like the OG members kind of floating head all Krypton style behind Black Adam and Naomi, and Black Adam's in cuffs. So it looks like there might be a little bit of dealing with the crimes of the past and kind of getting Black Adam established on the team, as well as kind of just spotlighting and getting to know Naomi a little bit more. But there's also the backup story Justice League Dark by Ron V, where Merlin is just on a warpath. He's like setting out to take over the world and destroy all magic, and he went to go raise the original Atlantis in the last issue. So I am super pumped for that Justice League Dark story. It has been really fun. Next up, I know one everyone's excited about. We have Berserker number 3 by the great Keanu Reeves and Matt Kent. So this is supposed to be diving into more of his history. We saw where he comes from. Now, how do we get to where he comes from to where he is? So they're going to be hopefully filling some gaps. This has been a wild ride so far, like absolutely insane. Really excited to get into that next chapter of that. Now, this next one, this is a rough one for me, but it's Radiant Black issue number 5 by Kyle Higgins. This series has been utter trash. 1 through 3 was garbage. That 4th issue, though, threw a major curveball into the entire series so far and kind of flipped it on its head. They almost pulled like a We Live stunt where you just never saw it coming. So I'm hoping that it maintains on that level of storytelling that issue 4 was. So I am going to be reading this. I'm not picking up a hard copy. It's going to be a digital-only copy for me. But I am going to stay on board with the story for now. They're not going to take up space in my house, but I will still give it a try. Next up, we have the next installment of Batman Fortnite Zero Point. This is issue number 5. And there's not really much to say about it, but that's what it is. Next up, we have Legends of the Dark Knight, issue number 2 by Derek Robertson. And that first one was really fun. It was surprisingly fun. The artwork was fantastic. The colors were amazing in it. The story was just kind of classic Batman-y fun. but I am not picking up the A covers for this. If they did not have these 1-in-25 ratios by Riccardo Federici, I wouldn't be picking it up at all. Despite it being enjoyable, there's just a lot of Batman out there, but I am collecting all these 1-in-25 variants, and there's this amazing one of the Riddler coming out for this issue, and I cannot wait to add it to the collection. Next up, one I'm really excited for, we have Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow by Tom King. So his next maxi series, I believe it's 8 issues, will be dropping. We'll be following Kara and just getting the detailed treatment from Tom King on this. He's going to have 4 current maxi series starting this Tuesday when this book releases. You'll have this book, Rorschach, Strange Adventures, as well as Batman, Catwoman, all running at the same time and releasing on schedule. So that's pretty impressive because all of those books so far have been absolutely amazing, especially Strange Adventures. It has just been boom, it's so good. So I'm hoping that this one keeps with that same momentum. He's on fire right now. He's crushing these maxi series. Say what you want about his run on books from years ago, whatever. These books have been great. And they're limited run, so check them out if you enjoy longer reads and thinking. Next up, we have 7 Secrets, issue number 9. It's hard to be more excited for a book than I am about this every week when it comes out. This story has just been consistently amazing. Like as soon as they did the big turn in this book, it's been nonstop ever since. So we have Caspar and the team trying to get their footing back in the real world. They found out what the secret that was opened actually was. It was a weapon of mass destruction. There's entire countries missing from the explosion that was inside of it. So they're trying to figure out who inside of their organization they can trust, where can they set up shop, and how can they kind of get back on their feet and move forward before this Dark Order kind of catches back up with them and makes their next assault on the secrets. Next one, another one that I'm just through the roof excited about is Ultra Mega number 4, and this one's from James Herron, and he's illustrating it. I forget who. I think it's I forget who's on the colors. It's somebody Stewart, but this is the 4th issue. It's the finale to the first story arc, and this book has been no breaks, just all gas. It is insane. It's fantastic storytelling. The artwork is wild. It's an incredible world that they've crafted and delivered to us. And I cannot wait to see how this one plays out. Highly recommend everybody jumping on board this. Do not get left behind on it. It is an oversized book. It has like a $7.99 price tag, but they're all square bound, and you get a lot of story for your dollar. There is no wasted real estate in this title. And next up, we have The Cimmerian, Iron Shadows in the Moon, issue number 3 from Ablaze. So Robert E. Howard's famous story is brought to life in comic book form. And this is the finale of this short story. So Conan and this girl who are running from the bad guy hordes chasing her down, they're set up on this island where things are not normal, things are amiss. These weird alien-esque iron statues seem to have come to life at night. They've been caught up to by the people chasing them, so it's not safe anywhere. Danger around every corner. And this last issue, I'm sure, is just going to go balls to the wall with Conan doing what Conan does best. So those are the ones that I have guaranteed on my pull list for this week. I'm sure I might end up with something more. It happens often, but there are tons of other books coming out. So let's take a look at what else is hitting the shelf. We have Venom number 200, big issue with this. So this is the final issue of Donny Cates' epic run on Venom. This book brought so many people into comics and so many people talking together. It definitely will be a run that is remembered. He did all kinds of things for the character, added new mythos to him, changed some stuff up. It was objectively a monumental run that he had on it. This is the finale of it. So there's tons of variants through tons of different retailers. I'm sure there's exclusives for days. So be sure to look around on that one. You might find a cover or a specific artist you like that has done one for it, and you might want to pick it up. We also have New Mutants issue number 19, which is going to be a tie-in to this Hellfire Gala that started. So there's a lot going on in the X-Men titles. Well, not necessarily a lot going on, but there's the big Hellfire Gala event that's connecting a lot of the titles currently. So if you're keeping up with that, do not miss New Mutants. And then we have Fantastic Four, issue number 33. The Bride of Doom storyline is starting, as well as Miles Morales' Spider-Man, issue number 27, with the Clone Saga continuing. So big things going on in both of those titles. And then we have the Captain America annual number 1. And this is that Infinite tie-in that kind of looks like across the board with all the annuals are going to be running a multi-part story, where if you're not reading these other books, you're going to have to pick them up just to get a hold of this story. The first one I ran into was with the Iron Man series that I can happily say I did drop this week. I finally pulled the trigger and dropped that Iron Man title that was just not delivering. But Captain America Annual number 1 will have part 2 of that Infinite Digression or something storyline. And then Star Wars number 14 will be continuing the War of the Bounty Hunter storyline. So that's rocking and rolling now. Then we have Catwoman issue number 32 by Ron B, as well as Alien issue number 4 by Philip Kennedy Johnson. Here we go, another Hellfire Gala. We have Planet Size X-Men number 1. So this is supposed to be a big deal book. We had Giant Size X-Men decades ago. They're kind of commemorating that event with Planet Size X-Men. So I'm sure there'll be multiple covers. I don't know how big of a deal you're going to make this book or attempt to make this book, but I don't know, guys. I just have a hard time getting excited for X-Men stuff right now. It's just been really, I don't know, not there. You know, X-Men just has not been there. Then we have Heroes Reborn number 7. So that crazy, wacky, goofy Heroes Reborn event is still going and still going strong. So we'll see how long that's going to keep going. I know that there's supposed to be a follow-up series like Heroes Return or Heroes Revive afterwards. So I don't know. We'll see. We have X-Corp number 2 from the most recent X-Men title that started. It does have the Hellfire Gala insignia on it, as well as you can tell from the cover. They're dressed for the occasion. And then from Image Comics, we have Silver Coin number 3. Then we have Stillwater issue number 8 from Chip Zdarsky and Superman Red and Blue with that awesome John Romita Jr. cover. And then we've got Star Wars, The High Republic Adventures from IDW, and that's issue number 5, as well as The Mighty Valkyries issue number 3. And then from the indie department, we have Time Before Time number 2 and The Many Deaths of Lila Starr number 3. More Ron B goodness there. And then with the Heroes Reborn, we have Weapon X and The Final Fight issue number 1. And then from DC Comics Milestones, rocking and rolling with Static Season 1, issue number 1. So Static has a new series coming out. It's hitting shelves. Be sure to check that out. I'm reading all the Milestone stuff digital first. A lot of it's included on the DC Universe Infinite app. So that's really cool that we get it all in there. Then Jupiter's Legacy Requiem number 1, Nottingham number 4, Home number 3, Luna number 5, as well as Compass number 1. We have a new Image number 1 with Compass. And then Grendel, the Devil's Odyssey, and that's issue 7. And then finally, we have Project Patron number 3 from Aftershock, as well as Silver City number 2 from Aftershock. And Aftershock has been picking up a lot of momentum with me lately. I've been noticing more and more things that they're doing. It looks like they're going to probably kind of get bigger before anything goes south with them. Like they've got that new Out of Body series. We Live crushed it. Project Patron I heard good stuff about. I've got to kind of got to feel around and see what's up with Silver City. I'm not familiar with it, and I want to talk to some people and see if anyone else is reading it. But Aftershock has got a lot of potential. They really do. So that's pretty much all I have on my pool list for this week and the ones I wanted to spotlight. If you want to know what my top pick for this week is and why, be sure to go over to the Comic Bets channel, hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bells on, because every Sunday he drops our hot pick video where him and I pick one video and tell you why you should consider picking it up. And also I want to thank Paul and Don at the Augusta Book Exchange. They're the keepers of my comics, the guardians of my pool box. They always make sure everything I'm looking for is safe and secure and waiting for me when I get there. All right, guys, so be sure to double check these shelves. There's some other stuff coming out. Those were the ones that I felt like spotlighting. And let me know in the comments what you're picking up this week. What did you think I should be picking up? If I absolutely missed something, I'll give it a shot. And again, tomorrow night, every Sunday night, 9 p.m., at Weeks In, the spoiler-filled look back at This Week in Comics and more. Be sure to be there. Check it out. Love to have you in the chat breaking down these comics. And until next time, guys, as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.